Hello everybody. This is Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today we are going to work on an arrangement that's on our website. Now it is an arrangement that's kind of short and compact. It does have some line flower that sticks out really pretty. And I'm going to show you how we're going to put that together. Now this is a container that has a really wide opening, almost the size of my hand. So I'm going to show you how we deal with an opening this wide. Now if you just started to design your flowers right into this container, they may flop back and forth because they do not have enough stability or a grid to hold the flower arrangement together. So what I have done is taken some clear tape. This is just a clear florist tape. And if you don't have this type of tape at home, it's completely okay. You can use Scotch tape, like the tape that you wrap gifts with, and it works just the same. Now you have to be really careful and make sure that the vase that you're working with is dry, because your tape won't stick to a wet vase. So I actually started my grid. I got the majority of the grid ready, but I wanted to show you, I'm just going to take this tape and I am going to just tape a line right across the top of that vase with that tape. And you're just going to put just like a grid, right? I put 3 lines going one way and 3 lines of tape going the other. Next, what I'm going to do is take this tape, and being clear, it's hard for you to see it, I'm going to just tape over those pieces of tape that I have stuck to the vase. Sometimes it wants to lift. So I'm just taking my tape and going all the way around that vase to make sure that that grid won't lift up. All right, so now it's going to hold my flowers in place. Now, if you don't want to tape a grid on, you can use curly willow and kind of roll it into a ball and tuck it in. It's going to help hold those flowers in place. But this always works, and it's really easy to do. Next, what we're going to do is start adding our flowers. So the colors of this arrangement are purples and whites and pinks, and we're going to use a touch of blue. We've got a couple of white hydrangeas. Now often when I make an arrangement similar to this, I will use lots of hydrangeas. The problem is we didn't have a whole lot of hydrangeas available in our cooler today, so we are using the 2 that we had available, and then we're going to add all of these beautiful blooms to look a lot like the picture that we have of this arrangement. We're going to start out with our white hydrangeas. I've got my floral knife. I'm going to cut that hydrangea at an angle, and I am going to dip that hydrangea right into Quick Dip. Now Quick Dip is a hydrating solution that helps to keep your hydrangeas hydrated. Now Quick Dip is not usually something that regular people have at their home, but you can purchase from your local grocery store something called alum. And alum is it's in the pickling section, and what alum will do is it will help to keep your hydrangeas hydrated. You can use alum on any kind of woody stem, and it will help to hydrate those flowers for you. So I tucked 2 stems of those hydrangeas, one on each side there. Next, we're going to come in with a little bit of greenery. So I have some coral berry that we cut out of the yard, and then a little bit of eucalyptus. All right, so there's our pretty greenery all the way around. Next, we're going to come in with some line flowers. So we've got some beautiful dark purple stock. There's another stem of our greenery. All right, we've got this beautiful royal purple stock that we're going to add in. So I'm going to take that stem, cut it at an angle, and I don't want it too terribly tall. Now I do want it to be taller than our hydrangeas, but not too tall. And we're going to go all the way around in our arrangement with this beautiful royal purple stock. Now, stock comes in lots of pretty colors, and it smells so lovely. So if you have never used stock before, it is really, really nice. All right. So there is our pretty purple stock all the way around. Next, we're going to come in with our delphinium. So this delphinium is a blue delphinium. Tuck my extra greenery over to this side. It's kind of a baby blue delphinium. We're going to tuck that into the top of the arrangement. So I'm going to take my knife, cut that stem at an angle. And we're using that grid to hold all these flowers in place. Now, if we had not added that grid onto this vase, our flowers would flop back and forth. They would have, they would not stand up where we want them. And this grid is holding those flowers right in place, so we don't have to worry about them, this arrangement not holding its form. It makes all the difference in the world. All right, so there's our delphinium, our stock, and our white hydrangeas. Next, we will come in with some beautiful roses. So these roses are called Pink Floyd roses. Look how hot pink they are. They are so, so pretty. I'm going to grab some wire, and we're going to wire those stems. Now, often when I leave my roses shorter, I don't wire the stems because they don't have a whole lot of stem to have to drink that water up, okay? But because it is so warm outside, I think we're going to wire these stems. So this is about 1/4 of a stem of wire. 21 gauge is my favorite. I'm taking it, I'm pressing it right into the calyx of that rose, and then I'm going to wrap it right around that stem. Now I'm going to do that with all 4 of these beautiful hot pink roses. And I'm just wrapping that wire right around that stem. Now what this is doing is it's just giving that stem some stability. All right, I'm going to take that rose, cut that stem at an angle, and we are going to nestle that beautiful pink rose right down into that arrangement. Most of the time I try to leave as much of the greenery on my roses as I possibly can. Now the reason I went ahead and popped that leaf off is because I had to cut the stem too short and the leaf was going to be in the way. So I went ahead and just popped that leaf off of that stem. All right, so there's our pretty hot pink roses, Pink Floyd roses. Next, we're going to come in with some hot pink spray roses. So these spray roses are called Lovely Lydia. Such a pretty rose. Now, this is called a standard. It's a single bloom on a stem. This is called a spray rose, and it's a spray because it has lots of little blooms on a stem. They are so pretty. These pinks are so lovely. So I'm just cutting those stems at an angle and just nestling those beautiful hot pink blooms all the way around in this arrangement. Oops. Adjust. Sometimes you need to adjust those stems and it's completely okay. All right. Next, we are going to come in with some Status. Now, Status is a type of filler flower. We don't carry it a whole lot. Let me tell you why I don't carry it a whole lot is because when I order in bulk, and you get like 12 to 14 bundles. Well, Status doesn't hold up really great in your cooler in 14 bundles worth. Now, 1 or 2 bundles is different, but 14 bundles is a whole lot. So I don't usually order it unless we are doing a large amount of flower arrangements in a quick amount of time. I'm just taking this Status and I'm breaking it into smaller pieces. And I'm going all the way around in this arrangement. I think this pretty purple is so nice. Now, Status does come in other colors. It comes in white, it comes in yellow, it comes in a pink. But the purple is really so pretty, I think. All right. One more piece of that Status. All right, there's that pretty purple Status all the way around. Next, we are going to come in with some lilies. So these are called rose lilies, and if you look at them close, they have lots and lots of petals. It's almost a double lily. Well, they are such a beautiful variety of lily, and I've got some buds. Some of them are a little tight, but that's okay because that just means they're going to last longer and open up. So I took that lily, I cut that stem at an angle, and I am just tucking that right down into that arrangement. This bud is kind of broken on here, so I'm going to cut that stem, and I'm going to nestle it low in that design. These lilies do smell lovely too. They have a really pretty fragrance. Okay, there's our pretty lilies tucked into our arrangement. And then the last thing, we're gonna add some Veronica. Veronica is just a fun little spiky flower that we are going to tuck in. I have 2 stems of that pretty Veronica. We're going to nestle in. Just kind of a fun texture. And then we are going to finish our arrangement by adding the last little bit of greenery that we have. This is called coral berry, and we just harvested it out of the yard here at the flower shop. Guys, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about how we do things here at the flower shop, you can always ask. We would love to answer your questions. Do me a great big favor. If you enjoyed this video and feel like you learned something, hit that thumbs up button for me, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you here. Guys, you have a wonderful day, and we will see you real soon.